Thank you everyone for joining us for this webinar, Enterprise Audio System Design using the XTEN-AV platform with Vibhav and Sahil. My name is Mallory Misnarsik and I'm the project manager here at HARMAN. Just a few things before we get started. Everyone on the call is muted to keep down noise levels during this webinar. However, there is a Q&A function where you can submit questions to the presenter and they'll try to answer as many as possible at the end. This webinar will also be recorded and a link will be made available a few days after this presentation. We do have a number of other webinars taking place over the next few months for audio, lighting, video, and control. We encourage you to take a look at the different webinars in our Learning Sessions workshop series on pro.harman.com, as well as visiting HARMAN Professional Training to see our many on-demand and certification courses that are available to you for free. And now I'd like to introduce you to the presenters for today's webinar. Vibhav has worked for leading global manufacturers such as HARMAN and Music Tribe and seeded the idea of the software platform XTEN-AV, which would reduce manual effort and increase productivity by utilizing the latest technology such as cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Sahil has over 10 years of experience working for tech giants such as Apple, HP, and Cisco. With his deep understanding of the software development lifecycle, he strives to expand the horizons for SaaS-based products for AV pros, while also implementing the latest technologies such as AI, ML, VR, and blockchain. And now I'll pass it over to you guys.
Thanks so much, Mallory. And good morning or afternoon, everyone. My name is Sahil. I'm the co-founder of XTEN-AV. And first of all, thank you so much for joining this session today. A little intro about XTEN. So XTEN-AV is the world's first cloud-based AI-powered AV design platform that lets you design end-to-end commercial AV solutions, all that as per AVIX's standards and design guidelines. We're the only platform in the world which automates 7 types of documents and drawings, which are usually created manually. These include the line schematics, the signal flow diagram, rack layouts, cable schedules, scope of work document, and ceiling speaker layout, etc. Apart from this, XTEN is a combination of 4 softwares, which includes a CRM, which is for your inter-team collaboration and tracking. We also have a freehand drawing and editing tool, which could replace your Visio or Lucidchart. And we call it XDraw. And it has all the AV capabilities. And we also have a brilliant proposal tool to create beautiful end customer proposals. And this all sits on top of an amazing automated software, which no one else is doing. And all of this on cloud, which means you only need a web browser and internet connection. And this all could be accessed and used on laptop, desktop, or tablet, or even a phone from anywhere. And today we're going to demonstrate all of this in this session. From this, I'm going to pass it on to Vib, who will be showing you how the software works. Over to you, Vib.
Oh, thanks, Sahil. Welcome, everyone. Good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Sahil gave a very good introduction about XTEN-AV. I'd like to start off by thanking HARMAN for giving us this platform, allowing us to showcase our product on their platform. And during this session, we're going to show you how we could create end-to-end HARMAN enterprise audio solutions using XTEN-AV softwares and all the amazing things which Sahil just mentioned about. So as you could see on your screens, we're going to show you a sneak peek of, well, there's a lot of stuff which is there on XTEN-AV. We can't show you everything, but we'll try and give you all the sneak peek and all the important stuff about, how to create HARMAN enterprise audio systems using all the different design methods which we have and all the drawings and documents which could be created on the platform. We have, like Sahil mentioned, we have a lot of documents which could be created automatically. Apart from that, you could create your own floor plans by uploading, DWG files and annotate on top of them. We have a really nice specification search tool, proposal tool, which we're going to cover. And towards the end, we'll share with you how we are priced and what are the future events which we're doing, and then Q&A. So like Mallory mentioned, please ask all your questions in the Q&A section. We'll try and answer as many questions as we go in the Q&A. We can stop in between if there's a need, or we can take all the questions towards the end. So let me just show you the dashboard of XTEN-AV, how it looks like. So like Sahil mentioned, XTEN-AV is a cloud-based platform. So all you need is a web browser and an internet connection. So it could work on your tablet, phone, desktop, laptop, whatever you have. It is absolutely device agnostic. You don't need to have a particular operating system, or you don't need to download any software. All you need is a web browser and a working internet connection. So once you first log in, this is what you'll see. This is the dashboard, which gives you an overview of all your team's work, like all your team's projects, proposals, designs, drawings, the funnel, all the recent stuff which you've been working on. If there are any projects which are closing in this month, all the proposals which you've been working on. So all of this, the dashboard is part of the CRM and the collaboration features which we have, which we cannot cover in detail today, but the CRM features are pretty advanced. So if you want to learn about all these features which you cannot cover in detail today, you can always go to our trivia and tutorial section, which is here, right here. If you just open it up, it will give you all the help which you need to use XTEN-AV and all the recorded previous webinars of how to use CRM, how to use proposal tool, how to do extra. So if you couldn't cover everything today, please refer to this section for any kind of help which you need. So coming back to the dashboard. So the next thing, which is the most important thing for today, is for us to show you guys how you could create end-to-end HARMAN enterprise audio or HARMAN audio visual solutions, because we also have AMX in there, by using XTEN-AV, and how it would save you a ton of time by automating a lot of your drawings and documents, which are usually created manually. So to start a new project, what you could do is just click on Create Project, and this will give you a very nice and easy form which you could use to create your project. So I'm going to name this as HARMAN Enterprise Audio Webinar. You could, like I said, there are a pretty decent CRM features, so you can link accounts which you already have in the system, or you can create a new account or choose from the ones which you already have. And you can associate a contact as well if you need to. However, only the fields which are marked with an asterisk are mandatory. Then you select the vertical which you're working on, select the group. We have a concept of group. If you have a large organization, you can create different groups based on geographical locations or departments. So let's say I want to do it in sales group. You can give it a description, HARMAN learning session demo. Then you hit next. Then you want to enter your budget. Whatever the budget is just for reference purpose. However, you could work in your local currency as well. XTEN-AV allows you to work in your local currency and your pricing. So right now my default currency is USD, so I'm going to enter my budget in that. Select the stage the project is in. Let's say it's at bidding stage. It's starting today. Procurement date is usually the date when you're going to sell the equipment to the customer. Usually it's a couple of months out. So I'm just going to take this one and hit submit. As soon as you hit submit, it will ask you to create a design, and you could choose from the type of design you want to create. Since XTEN-AV we extensively work in commercial AV solutions, so you will see all types of commercial AV rooms or applications will be here, like meeting rooms, classrooms, huddle rooms, town hall, cafeteria, everything is in here. So let's say I want to make a meeting room. HARMAN meeting room, let's give it a name. The number of designs are actually the similar type of rooms in a project. So let's say there is a large complex, a new building which comes up. There are a 10-seater meeting room which is spread across. So there are 10 in quantity. So if you just change the quantity here, and it will automatically add those in your final BOM. Then you could choose from the 3 different methods which we have to create our designs. So we have Xtra. Xtra is a freehand drawing editing tool, like Sahil mentioned. Xtra is like Visio, but with all the advanced capabilities of having the AV functions. So here you can just add the products from your existing designs, and you can create your own drawings. However, you still get a lot of automation features, which we're going to cover in detail next. And then the second method which we have is questionnaire. So questionnaire is based on, it's a set of standard questions which are based on AVIXA standards and design guidelines. And you select your choices. Based on that, we give you options for the makes which you prefer. And once you give that information and provide your choices, our algorithms calculate all the specifications which you need as per the AVIXA standards. And then step by step, you build your BOM, you add all the products which you need. And then once your BOM is complete, that's where the real magic happens. It automatically creates 7 type of documents, which usually takes hours and hours to create manually. So questionnaire is really, really powerful tool. And the third one which we have is, of course, add your own BOM. Add your own BOM, you don't need to answer any questions. You just add your products, provide some configuration information, like what channel, what speakers go on what channels of amplifiers, and what interfacing devices go on what ports of the switcher, that kind of stuff. And we still create the automated drawings and documents. However, as you could see here, add your own BOM is still in beta. So it's highly recommended if you want to use add your own BOM, you do it under our supervision right now. So we're not going to cover add your own BOM today. So we're going to cover questionnaire and Xtra methods of doing designs. So let's start with the questionnaire. You select questionnaire and click create design. So this brings you to the project page. Now, this is a very important page. So you've created your project, you've added a room in here. All the information while creating the project will be here. Then you have all these options, which allows you to, if you want to add more rooms to this project, like you want to add a classroom, an auditorium, or any other kind of space which you have in your project, you just click on add design button and it will give you, again, the templates to choose from, like I did for meeting room. If you want to download all the documents associated with this project, which are automatically generated or created manually by you, if you want all of them in one single file, you just hit the download zip button and you'll get an email with all the files. There are collaboration features which allow you to send the project for approval to your manager, or you could share with your coworkers for collaboration. There's a floor plan. You could, let's say you're working on a project, it's a whole floor, and you want to create a floor plan or upload a floor plan using a DWG file and annotate on top of it and save it on the platform. So you could use this feature. I'm going to show this in detail as well in this webinar. Upload attachments. So let's say you have any site survey forms or any site images or programming files, all that kind of stuff. Every user gets 2 gigabits of memory on their account. So you could pretty much save anything in here. Edit the information which is here, update the stage. You can add call logs. So that's a CRM feature again. You could create a full proposal for all the rooms which are here in the room, a full project proposal from here. And of course, you can delete it. So those are all the options which are here on the project page. Towards the top, you will see there are breadcrumbs. So the first one is a blue link, which will take you back to all projects page. I'm not going to go there. So I'm going to start a new design using Q&A. So I just hit start. Krister is asking, can the user create their own design templates? Krister, we do not, right now, we do not have a way by which you can create your own design templates. However, having said that, we do have a way by which if you have completed a design and you do a lot of similar designs, you could replicate those designs into other projects. So I can actually show that to you. If you look at the project page here, there is under more, there will be an option to replicate a design. So here you can, if you have created a design which is like a standard for you, you can replicate it again and again to different projects. So you'll not have to do everything from scratch. So that's what you can do. But right now you cannot create your own templates. If you have to add a room, if there is a template which you cannot see, you can always choose, there is an option to use other. So there is a template called other, which you could always select if you cannot find anything from here. So that's that. So let's go back to the design page here. All right. So my screen's visible, right, Sahil?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So this is the Q&A design page. So you will see there are 6 tabs on the top. So there is general, video, audio, control, bill of material, calculation. General is all your basic information about the room, like your room dimensions, seating capacity, seating pattern, passive video sources. Now these are passive video sources. By them I mean, stuff which is actually not always associated with an AV manufacturer, like your desktop, Blu-ray player, Apple TV, that kind of stuff. Then video, audio, and control will have questions based on the type of room which you have chosen, and generally the kind of products which go into that room. Same is true for audio and control. Then bill of material, all the products which you add in your BOM will show up here. And calculations is where you'll just get to see the specs which are calculated by our algorithms for each type of product which you choose. So we're going to do a design in Q&A from scratch. So let's start. So I'm going to do a meeting room, 30 feet in length, 20 feet in width, 12 feet in ceiling height. Let's say it's a 12 seat. Seating capacity or seating pattern, rectangular. Let's say there are 3 laptops and 2 desktops. You want to add Blu-ray player, you can. If you want to just leave it, you can just leave it. And I don't want a VGA, so I just hit continue. So as soon as you do continue, the system will automatically take you to the next section, which is the video section, and open up the first question, which is there in the video section, which is your room orientation. So room orientation we need to know so that we could calculate the last viewing person's distance from the screen. Then you hit next. So the beauty of the system is it will self-guide you. It will automatically open up the next section, so you'll not have to click. It will guide you so that there'll be less stress on your hands. You don't have to do a lot of clicks. Do you need a large format display? Let's say yes. Now the questions that you will see here are based on a lot of the times functional requirements which are there, and also on AVIXA standards. So if you want to know more, let's say what's general viewing, so you just hover on the I button and it'll give you more information. Like general viewing is just for watching videos and video conferencing. Basic decision making is for PowerPoint and Excel. Analytical decision making is it's basically to view AutoCAD files or medical reports. It usually results in very high screen sizes. That's why I kind of grayed out here. So let's say I want to do general viewing, front walls, resolution. So once you're done with the tech part, it will give you a list of makes to choose from. So you could choose one, or you could choose multiple in most of the sections, so that you could compare between products. So since this session is sponsored by HARMAN, so we'll do Samsung, which is part of HARMAN, or HARMAN is part of Samsung, and then NEC just for comparison's sake, and hit find products. So once you do find product, you will see our algorithm will first calculate the ideal size as per the standard. And then at the same point of time, it will fetch the matching product from the makes which you have chosen. And that's not it. So let's say you do not agree with the size which is suggested by the standard and you want to override it. So you just, let's say I don't want a 92 inches, so I just do 60 to 70 inch, and it will fetch the same sizes in the same specs from this filter which you have chosen. So you get an MSRP pricing. If you have uploaded your dealer pricing, there is a way by which you can work in your local pricing as well. You can upload your local pricing and you will see instead of MSRP, there'll be dealer price mentioned here. Otherwise, you'll just get the US dollar MSRP. If you want to know more about the product, just click on the I button. It will either open up the web page of that product to give you all the information, or it will take you to the spec sheet directly. One of the two it will do. So you select the product which you need. Now the quantity is in your hands. You've got to decide the quantity, and then you hit add to BOM. So now I'm going to move on very quickly to the next section. Especially want to focus on the audio side since you're doing this with HARMAN. So I'm going to say no to interactive display. Let's say I want to do a projector screen. So I'll just quickly show you how to add a projector screen and a projector. My products. So you'll see if you're used to this, you can just really breeze past to this form. It's pretty fast. It's pretty accurate. It's all about getting used to it for the first few times. So now the screen is selected. I want to select a projector as well. So if you don't know the ambient light level at the screen, just go by the default. Long throw, no HDBaseT. So I'm going to do NEC, find products. Add the projector. Again, you have a way to filter out a lamp-based or a laser. You can even override the brightness which is suggested by the algorithm. Add to BOM. You need video conferencing. Okay, yes, let's do a hardware-based video conferencing. I need one camera. I just need one multi-point license. Let's go ahead with Cisco. Find products again. Let's add this one. You want to connect your primary and secondary VC outputs to switches. So a lot of the places where we are asking these sort of questions, they are usually to create the drawings as accurately as possible. So I'm just going to say no to this and click add to BOM. Wireless presentation gateway. Yes, here we could add an AMX product. So I guess AMX Enzo is a wireless presentation sharing device. So we'll just add this here, click add to BOM. So as you're adding the products, you will see all the products are getting added to your BOM one by one. So you're step by step building a BOM, comparing products and doing it the right way because you're following the standards. Do you need a streaming and recording device? No. Do you need an annotation system? I don't need it. If you want, you can choose it. Switching and interfacing system, yes. Let's say I want to do an AV over IP system. And again, since this session is being sponsored or hosted by HARMAN, so we have our favorite AMX in here. So hit find products. So it will give you all the encoders and decoders which you could choose from. Again, if you want to know more about these, you can just click on the I button. It will take you to the web page or the spec sheet. So yeah, so it's very easy. So you just select the ones that you need. So this is an encoder. I want to do a decoder as well. Same series. Make sure you got to choose the same series. So yeah, so some level of intelligence is required by the designer or the person who is using this Q&A section as well. And it's, the more you get used to it, the better choices you will make. And another beauty of doing a Q&A design is you would say that, all the questions are the same, so two people making design from Q&A will end up making two similar designs. That is absolutely not true. You will not end up making same designs, because you would have seen how many permutations and combinations we've taken care of. You, as a designer, you know what is good for your for your customer. An AV over IP system, or an HD-based system, or an AVB system, or just normal HDMI cable. So we are not forcing that in here. You have the free will to choose what is best for your customers. So the better designer you are, the better choices you make in the questions, and the better answers you provide, a better solution you will create. So we're not taking away the jobs of the designers. You're actually making them much, much more efficient by doing this, because you need to have the knowledge to make the right choices. Anyways, so I've added the encoders and decoder. It automatically takes me to the next section, the audio section. Do I need audio? Hell yes, I need an audio system from HARMAN. Specify which type of microphone. Again, all choices. You have standalone, under standalone. You have boundary, gooseneck, ceiling, beamforming. You can choose a conferencing system. You just go with the VC mics. If you can say no mics. So it's in your hands. We are not forcing anything. So I want to do boundary, gooseneck, ceiling. So I want to do boundary mics. I want to do a tabletop. Again, you can choose the specs as well. So I want to do a cardioid, and I want to do an AKG, of course, and hit find products. All right, so here you go. The AKG mics, the PCC ones, these are pretty legendary mics, by the way. I've used them in the past, and they never ever fail you. These are like rock solid boundary layer microphones. So we suggest a quantity based on the information which you have provided us previously. So you select the mic which you need. However, if you want to override the quantity which we have suggested, you could do so, but that's in your hands. And you hit add to BOM. But can you just add your own preferred hardware if it doesn't come up? That's a very good question, and we've been doing this for 2 years, and it has been asked a lot of times. So Ryan Leroux is asking this question. In questionnaire, unfortunately, while you're doing the questionnaire, you cannot just put in a product if you couldn't find it. However, if you will do, if you try and change your answers, because a lot of the results depend on the answers and the calculation, the room dimensions, all those kind of things. So if you try and change your answers, you might get the product which you need. It's all about hit and trial most of the times. However, if you still don't get it, there is a way by which you could, towards the end of, when you complete a design, you could just add the product which you missed out, replace it from the one which you didn't need it. So yes, that is possible. And for that purpose itself, we have the XDraw method, which I'm going to show to you after this. So do you need wireless microphones? Yes. Again, you need a multiple microphone package, single microphone. It's in your hands. I'm going to quickly breeze through this. Again, AKG, no brainer in here. So you get AKG, presenter microphone, handheld microphone, head-worn, whatever you need. I'm just gonna add it just for the sake of it. Speakers, yes, we all love speakers, and we're gonna add speakers. Again, if any one of you are asking questions in the chat window, please do not ask questions in the chat window. Please do ask them in the Q&A section. It's a lot easier for us to keep a record of them, and also to answer them easily in the Q&A section itself. Anyway, so we need speakers. So you could select any kind of speakers you need in a meeting room. Obviously, you're not going to use a line array in a meeting room unless it is a beamforming kind of stuff. But that's going to come later. But in a meeting room, so all the kind of speakers that you could have, we have added. If you will do an auditorium, you will get subwoofers, box type speakers, line array, all those options will be here. So don't feel that we're not giving all the options in here. We're doing a meeting room. So these are the speakers which make sense here. So if you want to do ceiling speakers, then you choose your coverage, what kind of coverage you need. I'm going to go with the best one, edge to center. A mix minus, no, nobody does that anymore. So you specify the background noise level. If you know it, it's good. Otherwise, you could just take default as 40 or 50 dB. Headroom, could provide the headroom what you need. It's going to do 20 dB. Now, the type of material of the room, walls and floor. So let's say if you select glass reflective material, it will suggest you to use beam steering speakers. That's where you can use the JBL to run audio beam steering speakers. But I don't need that here. So I'm going to go ahead the room as wooden panel and carpet. What speaker mode do you need? So I'm going to go with a low impedance. You could select 170 volt as well. Now you get all the list of brands which are there. To find your favorite brand, just look at alphabetically. So all these brands are aligned alphabetically. All the brands that you see here are agnostic. We are not favoring anything in here. However, our sponsors do get some space here to show you their latest products, which are there like this one. And we feel that it's absolutely unobtrusive. And in any case, it gives you more information about the products while you're designing systems. So I'm going to choose JBL and hit find products. So it's going to look, I don't know how many ceiling speaker JBL has. It's going to look at probably into hundreds of speakers. So it might take a few more seconds in here. While he's doing that, let me see if we have any questions. This website is not free to use. It was asked, this question was asked. It's we do give a free trial of 15 plus 15 days. And after that, you can sign up using a paid plan. Anyway, so there you go. So you get all the JBL speakers with the recommended quantities. You could keep looking to all the results, or if again, you could override and apply a filter and select if you know exact speaker which you're looking for. So do that. So let's say which one I want to use, a controlled 47 CT. Yeah, there it is. So I select this one. Again, I could, so it's suggesting me 4 speakers. If you think it is not enough, you could override it. But again, if you are overriding the speaker quantities, then beware that, the ceiling speaker layout could look a little awkward because you're not going by our recommendation. But we will still try and create a ceiling speaker layout. So we'll see how it looks like towards the end. So you click add to BOM after adding your quantities. There you go. So speakers are done. So you see mics completed, speakers completed. Now we are on to the amplifiers. So you can choose a mixer amplifier, power amplifier. Do you need an amplifier with built-in DSP? I'd say yes. What type of network do you need? You could select one of these, or you could just say no. I'm going to go ahead with BlueLink, which is a proprietary network for HARMAN. And there you go. Alphabetically, all your amplifier manufacturers are here. No brainers again for Crown. And hit find products. So now we will calculate we will match the load, try and match the load based on the number of speakers you have chosen. So, and we will also provide you the information, how many speakers should go on what channel. So you'll see we have taken 8 speakers. So it's assigning 4 on each channel. The program power of control 47 CT is 150 watts. So 150 into 4 is 600 watts. If you add a 1.5 factor for adding headroom, then it comes out to be 900 watts. So it's doing those calculations for you. I'm an audio guy, so I could just tell you right away. But if you are confused, we will do all those calculations for you. So, and then it will also match the amps for you based on these specs which it has found out. So I'm going to go ahead with CDI amp. It has got blue link and hit add to BOM. Now amps is done. Going on to DSP, our favorite blue processors. So you want to say yes to audio DSP. Then whether you need an architecture, an open architecture or closed architecture. Open ones are where you can do your own programming and add your own blocks. So if you want to know which brands are there, BSS audio is under open. So I'm going to select open. So now in the DSP section, you will see the makes which you will get will depend on the choices which you're making here. So say I want to do blue link. It's also telling you it's proprietary to BSS HARMAN. If you go with QLAN, it will tell you it's for QSC, but we want to talk about that right now. So blue link. Do you need a VoIP or POTS? Let's just say no to these. Do we need a GPIO? You can just leave it. Don't need to answer if you don't need it. USB audio, let's say no. Do you need a wall controller? I say no. So now you'll just see all the choices which I have made. Only one brand qualifies for that, is just BSS. However, if I would have made some other choices, you would have got other options as well. So I'm going to just go ahead and select BSS. Again, all the brands that you show here are based on your choices. It's absolutely agnostic. We're not favoring any brand in here while we are suggesting products. These are absolutely based on the choices which you make. Again, everywhere you could see there is an option by which, so the specs calculated is you need an 11 input, 4 output open architecture DSP with AEC and blue link. If you want to override this, and you can put in your own DSP configuration as well. This one, what I want to do, I select 101, blue 101, the legendary blue 101, and click add to BOM. Here you go. So audio is complete. Yay. Do we have any questions? Seems like not. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly select an AMX control system. So I'm going to make a full system audio, video, control, everything on HARMAN today or tonight. I need a touch panel, wired, 7 inches, control keypad. I don't need. Now, for us to suggest you the right processor, control processor, you need to tell all the devices which you have added in the BOM how they're going to be controlled, right? So it's going to control on R222, projector on R222, screen goes on the relay ports, conferencing, LAN, encoders also on LAN, DSP. Let's say we want to do R222. We do not suggest lighting devices, but many times, in conference rooms, you do have lightning controllers. So if you want to control them using a controller, you can just add a port in here, or just say not required. Again, our favorite AMX, hit find products. Yes, sponsored by AMX, and the product itself is AMX, the AMX NX2200 integrated controller. So again, if you want to override the specs, you could do that. Everywhere in the Q&A, we have given the opportunity for you to override the suggestions made by the algorithms. Click add to BOM, touch panel, add a touch panel, again add to BOM. Linear room scheduling system, if you need, you could just add them. Table connectivity interface, I'll say no. Racks, so I want to add a rack. Yeah, I'll say yes. Let's add an Atlas ID rack in here. Again, it will suggest you the RUs which you need as per the products which you have chosen. But if you want to override it and want a bigger rack, let's say you need a 20 RU rack. So it will fetch you the 20 RU ones as well. Select, and that's it. So now you will see general section complete, video section complete, audio section complete, control section complete. Once you achieve this, that's when you hit generate bill of material. And ta-da, this is your final BOM built step by step. I took a bit of time to explain you things, but if you are used to it, you can just breeze past to this very easily. So all the products are in here with your pricing. So now this is where the real magic will happen. So now is the time to hit the generate design button. So at this point of time, once you hit generate design, our algorithms will start creating 7 type of documents automatically for you. So you will see a highly detailed line schematics with all the port details, with all the cable labels. It will be generated automatically based on all the products which you have chosen. It will also generate a signal flow diagram, which is like a pictorial representation of all the products which are there in your BOM and how the audio, video, and control signal is flowing between them. And then we have rack elevations or rack layout, which is basically we'll put all the equipments which you have in the rack. And then we have a cable schedule, which you could just print it out. It will have all the cable labels as per VIXA standard and give to your designers. And we will do a ceiling speaker layout if you have ceiling speakers in your BOM. And we will also do a scope of work document, a highly detailed scope of work document. And then you could create your proposals and flow plans. So there you go. While I was talking, it actually takes a bit of time. You would feel it didn't take a lot of time, but since there are so many documents which are being generated, it takes a bit of time. But yes, here we are. All these documents which I just talked to you about are now created automatically without you having to move an inch with your pen or pencil or your mouse or anything. So anyway, so bill of material, same thing which you saw previously. So you can go in here and add stuff which you couldn't find, or there's another way of adding stuff which I'll tell you later. So first thing, the first masterpiece is the line schematics. So we have two type of line schematics, one with AVIXA symbols, other one with XTEN-AV symbols. So you want to comply with AVIXA symbol standard, you can use the AVIXA schematics. If you don't want to do that and make your drawing look a little more cool, then you could use XTEN-AV. So I'm going to show you the XTEN-AV schematic. Can the pricing be changed to dealer cost, and also can we change individual pricing due to promotions, etc.? Yes, you could do that. You could do that when you create a proposal, or you could upload your own pricing. There's a custom pricing feature which is there. We do a weekly webinar every Tuesday, once 10 a.m. Eastern, once 10 a.m. Pacific time. So you can attend one of those webinars. We'll talk about that towards the end. So anyways, so we have this beautiful line schematic that is automatically generated. All your encoders, your desktops, your laptops, your VC codecs and everything is in here, connected automatically with all the cable labels and the port details. Isn't this amazing? Load balancing done on the amp and the speakers, exactly as you saw on the questionnaire. All your mics connected to your DSP, BlueLink network connected. However, this is not it. Click on the pencil and it will open up the drawing editing. Yes, Krista is asking, do you ever get a choice of high Z or low Z? Yes, you do have a choice of high Z or low Z based on the questionnaire. I think you missed that part. When I was answering that, there was a question of low impedance, which is your low Z, and then high Z, which is constant voltage. I think that's it. So is there a way to skip the questionnaire and just pick a brand and the relevant product? Yes, there is a way. Brett, I'm going to show you that. So before that, let me just finish all the documents in here. So this is the drawing editing tool which just got opened. So if you see there is something amiss, or if you want to add something, let's say I want to add a mic in here, I want to change something, it's very easy. Just drag and drop your stuff and do your connection. You generally don't connect a mic to GPIO, but please don't mind. I'm just showing it to just for your reference. It's very easy. You can move stuff around. You have all the drawing editing features which you have in any drawing editing tool. Everything is in here. And most importantly, you can convert these drawings into all these formats, including Visio and AutoCAD, PDF, and whatnot. All of that is there. And there is also a very nice feature which you have recently introduced. So let's say you want to add a picture of a product right in here in the schematics. So all you could do, here you see this search field where you can search for XTEN-AV library and my library products, which are in your library or XTEN-AV library. So let's say I want to do add a picture for BSS or for the Crown amp, Crown CDI. There you go. That's it. So you can add pictures as well. Isn't that cool? And you could save your own pictures as well. I'm going to show you that as well. So that's the schematic. You can just save it and then it will remain saved like this. So that's line schematics. We'll close that. Then we get a signal flow diagram. Signal flow diagram is basically a pictorial representation of all the products and how the audio, video, and control signal is flowing between the products that you have in the BOM. There you go. And believe me, if you got to do this manually, it's going to take a lot of time, and there's no one who's doing this manually. So it's all generated automatically from our algorithms. Pretty cool. Then we have the rack elevations as well. Again, this is editable. We just go inside and edit. We will automatically put all the products in there. However, you have the option of editing it, moving products wherever you want. Want to place the amp towards the bottom, reduce the size of the rack, whatever. This is the actual rack that you chose, a 20RU1. Then you have the cable schedule. So cable schedule, again, all the cable IDs which you saw in the schematic are here as per AVIXA standard, latest AVIXA standard. And you can just download this in Excel and PDF. Then we have the ceiling speaker layout. Ceiling speaker layout, like I said, it might look a little bit jumbled right now because I think I needed only 4 speakers or maybe 6. I've added 8, but you get your ceiling speaker layout based on the coverage angles. 120 degrees, quite wide. So that's why you'd see it's pretty much covering everything. So you can just go back and reduce speakers if you want. Then we have scope of work. You'll be amazed to see how detailed a scope of work we generate automatically. We go down to the level of, providing all the products which you have, all the specs which you need. We even go down to the level of telling you what speakers go on what channel and what's the wattage required, and for all the sections, audio, video, control. So you don't have to type everything from scratch. However, you always have the option to edit it. And you can also insert pictures in here. Pretty advanced editing tool is built in. So that's the questionnaire. We did a full design using HARMAN products. Now the question is, if I want to add my own products. So for that, there is a very simple and easy way, which I'm going to talk about just next. So once you have completed a design and you have added all the products, and under bill of material, you will find all the products, some of which you would say maybe you were forced to add because you couldn't find the ones which you were looking for. So the best way to deal with that scenario is we have another design method which is called extra. In there, you just add the products which you need, and we will put all those products and their blocks or icons on the drawing panel, and you could create your own connection. So if you're not really looking for the full automation, then you could do this. You've added the products that you have here, and then you click on transfer to extra. You will obviously have to create a new name for the design. So let's say I want to do HARMAN Enterprise, HARMAN Meeting Room in extra. So I want to create HARMAN and you transfer. So now all these items which you have will be transferred to the XTRAW method. And in XTRAW, you have full flexibility of the BOM. You can search for the products which you need. You could replace the products which you don't need. You can even create your own products as well. So if let's say there's a product which you could not find in our library, you could create that product yourself, and you can then save it in your library. So there is a very exciting feature in XTEN-AV, which is my library. So before I do extra, I'm going to show you a little bit of my library, which is here. So I just open this up. Anonymous attendee is asking what are other AVIXA standards are applicable, compliance incorporated. So we are using DISCAS, which is to calculate the size of the screen. Then we are using the brightness standard. In fact, if you will go on our website, you will find there are basically 4 standards which you could use. Surprisingly, there aren't enough AVIXA design standards which are published yet. So if you go on our website, you'll find all the standards which we are using. So DISCAS, projected image system contrast ratio, cable labeling for audiovisual systems, and the drawings. So these are the 4 standards which you're using. All right, so this is my library. So this is where you can, you'll see the list of all the products which are part of your library. So what you could do is you could either upload products directly from an Excel file, just download a sample file in the format which we give you, this one, and upload the products in one go. Or there's an easy way, you can just add a product yours. You could just create HARMAN US Audio. Please, could you please demo how to add your own image to the drawing? I mean, you mean to say the image of a product, or you're just or your company logo? Is that what you're asking? So this is how you could create product image. Yeah, it's very simple. If you want to add product image to your drawing, it's very simple. So let's say it's a rag drawing, and this section here, it allows you to add products images from your library or XTEN-AV library. So let's say I want to do a BSS blue 101. I can search for it, and I just click on it, and I can just add it here. So you can add it in the rack as well. It automatically aligns it. That's pretty cool, actually. This is something which I actually haven't really focused much, but this is really cool. You can just add images in any drawing by this search feature here, which we have recently added. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so coming back to the My Library section where you can add your own products. So you can create your own brand. You can put your own model number or choose from the brands which you have in our library. You can put in an image link, generally from a URL, a specification link, category, type, subtype. So I'm going to show you all of this when we go into extra. So you can create your own products. You can edit them. You can edit the information like the pricing information for the ones which are already in your library. So that's there. So coming back to transfer to extra. So I have transferred my product, my BOM to extra. So there it is. So it is the same BOM here. All the products are here, but I hit transfer to extra, and all these products now get transferred to the extra design method. How you create an extra, either you can transfer it from questionnaire, or you can, while you're creating a new project or a new design, you can choose whether you want to do extra or questionnaire. Or the simplest and the quickest way is you just click on this, and it will give you a very nice and easy. Again, the same thing. You got to select a type of room which you want to use, give it a name, select the project which you want to add this to, and then add create design. So now it will bring you to Extra. So within like 3 clicks, you can start a design in Extra. When you first start it, it will be empty, like what you see here. Here you can search your products and add them to your BOM. And once all your products are added, you can transfer them to the editing section, and then you can create your own drawings. I'm going to show you that how that works. So either you can search in XTEN-AV library or my library. So my library, again, my library is a common library for your entire organization. Let's say your organization is on an enterprise plan or a business plan from XTEN-AV where multiple users are using it. So if any person adds a product themselves, it gets shared with your whole library. However, you will get to know who has added that product. You can even put a filter of, which, if you just want to see the products which have been added in your group or just by yourself, you can do that as well. But if you will search for those products, you'll see that, so I want to add this. So you'll see when I add this product from my library, yeah, if you hover onto it, it will tell you that who was the user who created this product and which group it belongs to. Otherwise, you can just search for the products under XTEN-AV library as well. So I want to do this is 211. So here the product is added. Now there is an option by which you can copy products from XTEN-AV library to my library as well. So you just click on copy to my library. And then you'll get an option that this product has been copied to my library. Now, as soon as you do copy to my library, the tag here changes to my library. And there's an edit button next to it, which allows you to edit or alter the information which existed in XTEN-AV database. So that's what you could do, right? You can just change the MSRP or the dealer pricing. You could also change the ports information as well. So think of XTEN-AV library and my library as using music apps. So in music apps, you have a global library of songs, and then you have your own library where you create your own playlists. So we want to we want you to use this in the same concept. So you come to XTEN-AV library whenever you need a product, and then when you find it, you copy it to your library, and then you change the information. Like someone asked, can I change my pricing in there? Can I put my own local pricing in my local currency? Yes, you can. So that's the way to do it. And that's just a one-time process. You don't have to do it again and again. Once you copy a product from XTEN-AV to my library, it gets saved. So like if I'll go to my library now and search for Blue 101, I will find it in here. There you go. So it now exists in my library. And the other users in your organization, if they try and create a duplicate product, they'll get to know that this already exists and it has been added by this user. So that's pretty neat. There. Now, how to add, let's say you couldn't find a product in XTEN-AV library or my library. Now, how to add a product yourself? So that's a very easy and simple way to do it. Just click on add custom item. And let's say I want to add XTEN-AV brand in here. If I want to do a switcher, part number, if you want to provide a part number, if you need, description is mandatory. Test switcher. Already, rack unit is important because even in Extra, we create the rack automatically. Image link is usually, a product which typically, I'm sorry, an image which is hosted on a URL. So let's say I want to find out an image of a product which looks like a switcher. Let's say I want to do AMX. Let's pull up an image for a product. This is the image. Copy this. as the URL of the product. And while I'm creating a new product, I just paste it in here. Similarly, you can do the same thing for the specs as well. Let's say I want to add the category, video, what product it is. It is a switcher. Then you could add the MSRP if you want, and the dealer pricing as well. Internal code is something which is for your internal consumption. Like if you want to send information, you give codes to your products for your SKUs, for your SAP systems, or whatever CRM you're using to do that. But the most important thing here is add IO information. If you say yes to this, then it means, first of all, if you say no, then we will not show this product as a block in the drawing. Or maybe it could be shown as a symbol. Let's say if it's just a speaker, you don't need to add multiple ports to it. If it's a microphone, so then you could say no. But if it's a switcher or an amplifier or a DSP or any other device which has multiple ports in it, and you want them to be shown as a block in the drawing with all the ports, then you please say yes. Then you hit next. Now it gives you very nice and easy form. So you just click on add port, would give port names. So I want to do HDMI in, 2 ins, HDMI out, 2 outs, output port, and let's say I want to do a LAN port as well. And that's it. So you can add as many ports as you wish. If you don't want, just remove them here and hit save. Seems like the image link was broken, so it couldn't find out, but you could find out the right image links. And then it will show. So anyway, so this is now a product has been added by yourself now, and then this will also exist in my library. So as you can see, if you search next time XTEN-AV switcher, yeah, there you go. It's there. So it's permanently saved with all the ports information which you have. So that's how you add your own products. Now, if you want to do, if you don't want to do one by one addition of products here, there's a way by which you can again upload a BOM. Again, you will have to download it in a sample file, which looks like this. And so you got to put in the brand, model number, description, and all of that stuff in there. And that's it. Once you've added all the products which you wanted, you can just click on Open Extra Editor, and it will put all your products. First thing it will ask is whether you want to do a single tab design or a multi-tab design. A single tab design is something where you have all your audio, video, and control products in one section or one page. In multi-tabbed, you will be 3 different pages, generally used for larger drawings. So that's it. So I want to do a single tab, and now all these products will be transferred to the drawing tool, and you'll find all of them here. So how do we edit here? It's pretty simple. I'm going to go back to my original design, which I transferred from the questionnaire method into extra. So all the products are in here. So you could remove the stuff which you didn't need it and replace it with the products which you needed. Like let's say you were forced to add the Crown CDI amp. So you can just remove it. And let's say you wanted to add the Crown XLC amp. Whatever. Please don't judge me right now whether I'm adding the right amp or not. I'm just showing you just to tell you that how you can replace products from questionnaire to extra. So now you've added all these products, you can copy them to your library so that next time while you're working on extra, it will show up in your library. This one has no ports information, so I'm probably try and add some other one. All right, so all these products are there. So now, again, what you got to do is just click on Open Extra Editor, select single tabbed or multi-tabbed, whatever, whichever way suits you. If you're confused, you can go back, and you wanted it to be a multi-tab design, you can just convert it into multi-tabbed. But again, please remember, if you convert it, you will lose your previous saved changes. So please save your drawing first if you want to do it. And now let's just open Extra Editor again. So now you will get a multi-tabbed drawing, which means there will be, as you can see here, there are 3 tabs now here: video, audio, control. So video products are all in one place. Same is true for audio and control. So I'm gonna go back to the single tab one because that'll be easier to show. Otherwise, I'll have to flip. Let's convert it back to, and then you click on Open Extra Editor again. So now, once you've added all the products in here, and then you click on Open Extra Editor, you get all your audio, video, and control products in here. So now all you've got to do is just create your connections. It will be pretty exhaustive drawing, so I don't want to do a full drawing. It's very easy. Just join the green dots. And if you want to learn more about this, just go under our trivia and tutorial section. There's a full webinar on Extra, where it's a 1.5 hour webinar, which is recorded and saved on our YouTube channel, as well as under trivia and tutorial section here. So, and that's how you add stuff. All your mics are here, your DSPs here, your speakers here, so you can just drag and drop them and place them in one place. So if you're used to using Visio, it's very, very similar. You know, you can just use it the way you use Visio. Only difference is Visio does not allow you to add product images directly from your library or XTEN-AV library. You have all the audio video symbols in here which you can add to your drawings. So I'm going to quickly show you some of the connections which I do. Please do not mind if I'm making incorrect connections. I know all of them are not correct, but I'm just showing you how to create a quick drawing. Just double click on the wire to add the cable label. Whatever connections you make and the labels which you put in the cable schedule, please remember only the ones which you have connected and created a label, only those will show up. So again, let's say I don't want to make any changes to my drawings now. So let's say I don't want these mics in my BOM, so I can just delete them here, hit save, and then I go back. So every time I need to work between these two drawings, I do not need to open Extra Editor again and again. Every time I need to go between these two pages, this is the BOM page and the drawing page, I can just flip between these two. So I have deleted mics which are still showing here, the PCC ones. However, if I will just do a refresh, you will see that these will go away. No, the PCC, not Google. No, I did not delete. Oh, I deleted the wireless mics. I'm sorry. So the wireless mics have gone away. Similarly, let's say I want to delete a product from here. So let's say I want to declutter. So I don't want this. Let's do away with the encoders and decoders as well. I'm just showing you how do you work between to and fro the BOM page and the drawing page. And let's say I want to add a new product. Let's remove these as well. Or actually, I can, there's a quick way of doing it. What am I doing? I can just select multiple products and I can delete them in one go. So I just want to just keep the audio products in here. I'll just delete this and hit delete. So all the products will be deleted. And that's it. Let's say I want to add a new product. So I want to add whatever. I want to add AMX Ascendo Vibe camera. So now I made changes in my BOM. So I don't need to click on Open X Writer. I just go back to my BOM, to my drawing, and just click on Pull BOM Changes. So now you'll see all the unwanted stuff, the stuff which you removed from your BOM will just go away. So the BOM and the drawing, they are synced to each other, as you could see here. So now my connections also went away. I can do them again. Just leave them aside for a moment. Put in the cable labels. That's it. Hit save. So now my drawing is complete. So I can come back here and now I can just go to View Design Docs. So now you'll get to see the same set of documents which you see in Extra. The only difference is that you only get the automated rack layout, which will be automated, and the cable schedule. Rest everything else will have to be created manually. Like the signal flow diagram, we will put in all the pictures of the products which you have in the BOM, and then you can make your own connections to create a signal flow diagram. You could do it by this method, or you can just search for product images along with your with your line schematics as well. Rack layout, we do generate a rack layout of the products which are there in the BOM automatically. Again, you have the full flexibility of changing stuff. And then there is a lot of rack accessories which you could choose from and move products around. And let's say I want to add stuff in here, like I showed you earlier. Just place them here and it will automatically take the shape of the rack as well. So yeah, and then the cable schedule. So the cable schedule is a little different here. Again, like I said, the schematics which I have created, the connections which I have made will show up here. Again, this is all editable. We will pick up the source destination device automatically. You can put in the cable length yourself, cable type, you can choose, you can save in Excel and PDF. So a lot more editing you can do in the Extra cable schedule as compared to questionnaire. Then ceiling speaker layout. Now, instead of just generating a ceiling speaker layout, we give you a tool. So you could just select the speakers, first provide the dimensions of the room, select JBL, then you get a list of JBL speakers that you want to use. Select the coverage, speaker quantity. You want to check how many speakers are good enough for the size of your room. Looks like 4 are enough. You want to do 6. Let's see how the coverage is going to be. So this is how you can manipulate the coverage using this tool, and then you can just download this in a PDF, share with your customers. Then scope of work is empty. Again, since you're not doing the questionnaire, you can write your own scope of work. Then we have floor plans. So now floor plans is a very interesting feature. So here you can either create your own floor plan or you can upload your own floor plan as well. So let's say I want to upload a file. You can upload a DWG file or an AutoCAD file directly as well. So I'm just going to do probably a PDF or a PNG. So I upload it. It will take a few seconds depending on the size of the file. If it's a heavy file, it'll take more time. Then I click on Actions, click on Edit. Then the file will be transferred to XDraw drawing editing tool. And again, I can just search for the products which I have. and I can place them wherever I need in the drawing or in my floor plan. So, or you could place symbols also if you want to do that. So all that flexibility, doing annotation on floor plan and all of that is very, very easy. Just quickly do that, save it, download it, share it with the customer, or with your colleague. All of that is possible. Or if you want to do your own floor plan, just click on create floor plan, give it a name. Then you could use the floor plan stencils, which we have. So these are the stencils for floor plans. So I want to create, let's say I want to do a room first. This is my walls for the room. I put in a table in here. And if I want to put in a flat TV, rotate it, put it in here. Doors. And put in the dimensions of the room. All of that is possible. And then if you want to, then you want to put in your product where the ceiling speakers are going in here. And you can just place it in here. Just copy paste to do multiple. So within a few minutes, I can create a full floor plan with the placement of all the products where they're going to be, and then download it in PDF or whatever. So I'm going to add an AMX, this camera right below the TV, rotate it, flip it. You know, so similarly, you can put in racks somewhere here. So it's very nice and easy to create your own floor plans, or you want to do it, you want to add the DWG or PDF files. So that's floor plans. Now, we do not really have enough time to show you the full proposal tool. However, I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek of how the end result actually looks like. How the proposal, once you create a proposal from XTEN-AV, it's a very extensive proposal tool. You can manipulate your pricing, you can add your margins, your different types of labors, and all of that. You could do all of that. And there is a very nice tool which we have, which is a specification search tool, which I can probably show you before the proposal tool. So let's say you want to search for a specific, a particular specification. Let's say I want to do a ceiling speaker. And you could choose either the brand which you're looking for or multiple brands as well. And then you select the spec and then hit submit. It will fetch all the matching products with those specs from the brands which you have chosen. Similarly, if you will just do a no preference, it will give you all the products with those specs in our database, and you get their spec sheets. If you click on the I button, probably I should show you, yeah, JBL one, and the MSRP pricing as well. So that's the specification search tool. Then we have this is the proposal tool. So here you have your cover letter section. You can customize all of this, put in your information about your customer, your information, put in different sections, cover letter, project description, areas and items, all the items which you have in the BOM. Once you click on create proposal, they will automatically be transferred here. You can individually work on the pricing here and the margin, or there's a way by which you can go under settings and you can apply your costs and margins here as well. Then there is an advanced section where you can do labor, different types of labor. You can add more types of labor as well. You can add SLA, you can add optional products. You have the ability to show what you want to show to the customer. Let's say you don't want to show each line item price. You can just want to do a lump sum price. Let's say you want to do a room-wise BOM. You want to exclude taxes. There are themes which you could do. You want to round off to double digits or not, scope for room-wise or not. A PDF layout, you can arrange what sections appears when in the PDF. You can add more sections as well, like terms and conditions, company information, and all of that. And then towards the end, you will see a snapshot of what's your margin and everything. And then you have a checklist where you can just ensure before sending out the proposal that you have not missed out on a certain important component, like a projector mount or a display mount. And once you're done with all of this, you can preview the proposal or you can download a PDF. So let me show you how the preview actually looks like. Yeah, so we're going a little bit over time, but we're almost finished in here. A lot to cover actually in short span of time, but hopefully you guys found it useful enough. So this is how you get really nice looking proposals with your table of contents, cover letter, project description, areas and items with the images of all the products which you have in the form, pricing breakdown, and you can download this in PDF and send to your customer. So that's it. So quickly coming on to XTEN-AV pricing, because I saw there were some questions if it is free to use or not. So there is a 15 plus 15 day free trial. Just go to xtenav.com, sign up for the free trial, and you could use all the features for almost 30 days without any restrictions. Once you're done with the free trial, you can upgrade to a basic plan if you're just a single user for $59 a month. If you're a business, you get 5 users, which is $249 a month. Then you have, in this, you get a lot other features like team collaboration, sharing between teammates, custom pricing to upload your own pricing, and all of that. And if you're more than 5 users, then you can always contact us by hitting this button, or just write to us at support@xtenav.com, or you could just chat with us here on the chat window and ask your questions. You'll find someone will be there to help you and answer your question. You get a 25% off on the annual pricing, which is 531 and 2241. So that's a pretty good deal to have. So yeah, so long session, a lot of stuff covered. Again, if you want to attend more events, just go under the event section of our website, and then you can sign up for our weekly product demo webinars, which we do every week. There is a full demo for the X draw feature, which is like a 1.5 hours session, and it is also CTS AVIXA CTS RU certified. All these sessions are CTS AVIXA RU certified. So you can just click on them and sign up. There'll be a similar webinar like this one. So yeah, so that's it. I think we can just open up for questions. Sahil, you want to add some closing comments in here?
No, thank you. Actually, you did it very well. We covered everything. There's stuff too that still we could cover if we had more time, but I think we're still over. But yeah, well, I really wanted to thank everyone for joining in today. Please do log into these webinars that we have if you want more details on some features. But that's about it from my side.
Yeah, unless we have any more questions, we can do 30 seconds or 1 minute more if there are any pending questions.
Yeah, Sahil, you guys answered them along the way, so that's great. I see that you answered all the questions in the Q&A box. So I just want to thank everyone that had joined today, and thank you, Vibhav and Sahil. This was a great session, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day.
All right, thanks Mallory, thanks Harman for having us.
Bye, everyone.
Platform, we really enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.